Imagine finishing a 2-day task in just 2 hours. No willpower, no distractions. The secret isn't discipline, it's design. We're breaking down the invisible systems that force your lazy self to win. This is how to be so productive, it feels illegal. Imagine this. You sit down to work, and 2 hours later, you look up and realize you've completely finished a task that just a week ago would have taken you a painful 2 days. No distractions. No endless procrastination spirals. No. Let me just check Instagram real quick. You didn't muscle through it with sheer willpower. You didn't rely on some fleeting burst of motivation. You used something better. This is how to be so productive. It feels almost illegal. Even if your brain feels like it runs on erratic Wi-Fi signals beamed in from another galaxy, you need to understand one crucial truth. Stop trying to be disciplined. Design instead. The common advice you hear echoes around in every corner of the self-help world. Bro, you just need to be more disciplined. But for many of us, that phrase feels like a cruel joke. Discipline? I can barely discipline myself to stick to a consistent sleep schedule, and you want me to summon the fortitude to single-handedly build an empire. That advice is rooted in a fundamental misunderstanding of human nature and how real, sustained productivity works. Here's the truth that productivity gurus rarely tell you. Productivity isn't about brute force. It's about building invisible systems that strategically force your lazy, distraction-prone self to win. Discipline is a finite resource. Think of it like a battery. Every time you have to fight the urge to check a notification, force yourself to ignore the cookie jar, or struggle to start a difficult task, you drain that battery a little bit. By lunchtime, you're running on fumes, and by 3 p.m., your discipline battery is dead. That's when the doom scrolling starts. That's why you always fall off the wagon. The sheer effort required to maintain discipline eventually depletes the very energy you need to do the work. The problem isn't that you're weak. The problem is you're relying on a fragile strategy. The truly productive people, the ones who seem to glide through their to-do lists, aren't superhumans with infinite willpower. They've simply rigged the game in their favor. They understand that you don't rise to the level of your grand motivations. You inevitably fall to the level of your environmental design. This realization is your first illegal hack. Make your phone boring. Want to enter go mode? You have to turn your most powerful distraction machine into a boring, functional brick. Go through your phone right now and be ruthless. Remove every single app that doesn't either directly pay your bills or teach you a valuable skill. Put any social media app you must keep for work into a folder ominously named Distraction Prison. Set harsh screen time limits like you're your own strict, yet loving mother. Now for the highly illegal move. Switch your phone's display to black and white screen mode. Why does this simple trick work so powerfully? Because the vibrant, contrasting colors of app icons are literally designed by trillion-dollar companies to trigger a dopamine hit and pull your attention. A black and white screen removes that instant gratification signal. It makes the act of scrolling feel tedious and joyless. It reduces the magnetic pull of the endless feed. By taking these steps, you've engaged in environmental architecture. You've removed the immediate choice to be distracted. You don't need willpower to resist checking Instagram if Instagram is buried, timed out, and rendered dull. You've outsourced the fight to the system you designed, allowing your mental energy to be conserved for the actual work. The system wins because the path of least resistance has been redirected. Before, the path of least resistance was distraction. Now, because the environment is boring, the path of least resistance starts pointing toward the task at hand. Stop trying to be the disciplined hero, be the clever architect instead. The secret to productivity isn't struggling harder. It's designing the environment so that the easiest action is the right action. If you've accepted that discipline is a finite, unreliable resource, then the next step is building the invisible system that compels your lazy self towards success without argument. This starts the moment your feet hit the floor. Most people wake up like this. Where's my phone? What day is it? What notification did I miss overnight? Oh no, a pigeon meme. I must watch this 10-second clip. Brother, you just lost the day before it even started. You gave the first, freshest, most powerful 30 minutes of your day away to the algorithm. Your brain is instantly reacting, playing defense, and operating on someone else's agenda. You are immediately running on reactive energy. This brings us to illegal hack number 2, the wake and win routine. You need to hit peak productivity before you've even had breakfast. This isn't about doing a full workout or solving complex equations. It's about establishing the primacy of your own goals over external demands. Phase 1. The first 30 minutes are sacred. Absolutely, non-negotiably, no phone for the first 30 minutes. Put it in another room. Put it under your mattress on airplane mode. The simple act of creating physical distance between you and the source of distraction is a massive environmental hack. This buffer zone is crucial. It allows your prefrontal cortex, the decision-making, high-level thinking part of your brain, to wake up first instead of your impulsive reactive lizard brain. Phase 2. Hydrate like you're flooding a desert. As soon as you get out of bed, drink a large glass of water. Think about it. You haven't had water in 7 or 8 hours. Your body and brain are dehydrated, and even mild dehydration can significantly impair focus and energy. Having a water bottle ready on your bedside table is another small but powerful piece of environmental design that makes the healthy choice the easy choice. Phase 3. The 5-minute movement upgrade. You don't need a grueling run. Just 5 minutes of intentional movement. Stretch, do some quick bodyweight squats, walk a quick loop around your yard, or maybe just shadow box your problems out of existence. This movement signals to your body and mind that it's time to transition out of sleep mode and into action mode. It boosts blood flow and helps clear out the lingering mental fog. Phase 4. Set the intention. While you are drinking your water or moving, the final step is a powerful mental trigger. Write down 3 things you are absolutely going to destroy today. Not 3 things you might get to, but 3 things that by the end of the workday will be done. This is not a massive to-do list. It's a focused strike list. This simple act tells your brain, in no uncertain terms, we are not surviving today. We are winning. You've shifted your focus from reacting to setting the agenda. By stacking these small, simple actions, you've used the first half hour of your day to generate a huge wave of momentum. You haven't used discipline yet. You've just followed a highly efficient protocol. You've designed a winning sequence where each step triggers the next, creating a positive feedback loop. This momentum is the rocket fuel for the rest of your day, ensuring that when you finally sit down to tackle your work, you are already operating from a position of control and victory, not fatigue and reaction. You are the architect of your morning, and therefore the architect of your success. You've seen how designing your morning and controlling your environment sets the stage for massive success. But what about the next 28 days? How do you take these hacks and build them into a bulletproof, month-long transformation? If you're tired of starting strong only to crash and burn, you need a full roadmap. I've condensed these systems, triggers, and protocols into a step-by-step guide, 30 Days to a Better You. This isn't just theory, it's a daily action plan to install these illegal productivity systems and make focus your new default setting. Stop relying on willpower. Start building the life you were designed for. Grab your copy right now at the link below and let's turn this momentum into a full-blown revolution. So, you've secured your morning. You've outmaneuvered the discipline delusion, made your phone boring, and won the first 30 minutes of the day. You have momentum. Now, you must translate that momentum into massive, disproportionate output. This is where the real productivity lives. Not in multitasking, not in constantly checking emails 67 times an hour, and definitely not in those fake busy vibes that make you feel productive without producing anything of substance. The single biggest mistake most people make is trying to sprinkle their work across 8 fragmented hours. They do 20 minutes of a presentation, check Slack, do 15 minutes of an email, get a coffee, and then try to get back to the presentation. Every single time you switch tasks, your brain has to pay a switching cost. It's like restarting a computer. It takes time and energy just to load the new context. Over a day, these costs bleed you dry. The true currency of high performance is the deep work block. Illegal hack number 3, block, lock, execute. This hack is simple to understand but revolutionary to execute. You are going to protect and use the longest, most potent block of focus time your brain can handle. For most people, this sweet spot is around 3 hours, ideally in the morning when your cognitive energy is highest. Here is the protocol for entering the deep work matrix. Choose one task. This is crucial. Pick the absolute highest leverage task you need to complete, the one thing that will move the needle the most. Do not pick 3 things. Do not pick 5. Just one. This removes all decision fatigue for the next 3 hours. Set the timer. Set a focused timer for 90 minutes. 90 minutes is long enough to dive deep and produce significant results, but short enough to feel manageable. Put on headphones. Even if you don't play music, the headphones are a powerful social signal to anyone around you that you are untouchable. If you do listen to music, choose a playlist that is instrumental, repetitive, and has no lyrics. Deep beats or lo-fi work best. This creates your focus triggers, which we'll discuss next, and blocks external auditory distraction. Activate Do Not Disturb DND. Seriously. On your phone, on your computer, on your tablet. Don't just silence it. Activate the DND mode that prevents any notifications from popping up. For the next 90 minutes, the world can burn, and it's not your problem. Execute. For these 90 minutes, you do nothing else. No emails. No bathroom breaks unless absolutely necessary. No sudden urges to clean your desk. You are laser focused on that single chosen task. This is the productive equivalent of entering the matrix. Instead of dodging bullets, you are dodging distractions. The power of the break. After that intense, locked-in 90-minute sprint, you've earned a break, but your break must be intentional. Walk. get up and walk for 5–10 minutes. Physical movement helps consolidate memories and restores your attention. Don't check your phone yet. Hydrate. Drink more water. Celebrate. Take a moment to mentally acknowledge the work you just accomplished. You survived 90 minutes of pure focus. This micro-celebration reinforces the positive behavior in your brain, making it easier to start the next block. Once you take a structured 15 to 20-minute break, you repeat the 90-minute process. 2 of these 90-minute blocks, totaling 3 hours of pure distraction-free work, can often be more productive than 2 full days of scattered, multitasked effort. This is the anti-multitasking movement. Multitasking is a fancy word for let me suck at 5 things at once. Deep work is the opposite. It's about being brilliant at one thing for a sustained period. By mastering this 3-hour deep work block, you are moving beyond simple efficiency and into a realm of genuine, powerful effectiveness. You stop managing your time and start magnifying your output. You've mastered the deep work block, but what if you could make diving into that block effortless? What if you didn't have to psych yourself up or argue with your brain every single time you sat down to work? The next level of illegal productivity is removing the need for conscious decision-making altogether. This is the realm of focus triggers, and they are essentially brain cheat codes. You want to become unstoppable. You need to train your brain the same way Pavlov trained his dog, but instead of drooling for food, your mind immediately locks into focus mode. Illegal hack number 4, set triggers. The human brain is a brilliant pattern recognition machine. It loves routine, and it uses environmental cues to predict and prepare for the next action. We are going to hijack this mechanism and link specific sensory inputs directly to the intense, deep work state. The trick is absolute consistency. You need to create a unique cocktail of environmental cues that only exists when you are about to start a deep work block. The specific soundtrack. This is your focus theme song. Choose one specific playlist. Instrumental, no lyrics, deep beats, lo-fi, whatever works. And commit to only playing it when you are about to do high-level, focused work. Do not listen to it while cleaning, driving, or scrolling. The moment those notes hit your ears, your brain should instantly recognize the pattern. Oh, this music means it's time to shut up and work. The anchor point: same chair, same desk spot. If possible, dedicate one specific chair or area of your desk as your deep work zone. Your brain is spatial. Sitting in that chair becomes the physical trigger. When you are doing administrative tasks, scrolling, or eating lunch, you should be somewhere else. The moment your posterior hits that spot, your brain should be signaling, attention. Focus protocol initiated. The sensory cue: the candle / the drink. Introduce a specific non-distracting sensory ritual. It could be lighting a specific candle with a unique scent is a powerful memory trigger, or smashing a specific energy drink or highly specific cup of herbal tea. Whatever it is, that trigger should be the final physical step before you start the timer. The smell of that candle, or the taste of that drink, immediately cues the flow state. Yes, the productivity hoodie is real. Choose one specific article of clothing. A hoodie, a pair of glasses, even a specific ring, that you only wear when you are in a deep work session. It sounds silly, but dressing for work, even if you're only going to your desk, signals the transition from leisure mode to professional mode. Donning that specific item becomes the final physical closing of the loop. Autopilot into flow. Do this enough times. Consistently linking the soundtrack, the chair, the scent, and the gear to the action of deep work. And your brain will literally start to autopilot into the flow state. You are essentially building muscle memory for work. You don't need motivation because you've bypassed the need for it. Motivation is required to start something difficult. But when your environment, your senses, and your rituals all align and scream "go time," the starting friction is reduced to 0. You move from the intention to the action seamlessly. When these triggers fire, your brain stops asking, "Do I feel like working?" and instead starts asking, "What task are we doing now?" You have removed the debate and installed the default. This is how high performers consistently enter the zone. Not through sheer discipline, but through masterful, intentional environmental conditioning. This system ensures that when it's time to work, you don't need to convince yourself. You just need to follow the protocol. You've built the system. You've set the triggers. You're entering the deep work matrix like a ninja entering a silent temple. But there's a persistent truth that will shatter all your carefully constructed plans if you ignore it. The productivity paradox. Here's the biggest truth bomb in this whole illegal operation. You don't need more time. You need more energy. Time is finite. You get 24 hours, same as everyone else. But energy, physical, emotional, and mental energy, is a dynamic, renewable resource. You can regenerate it, protect it, and strategically invest it. No amount of perfect scheduling can overcome a severely drained energy tank. No energy equals no focus. No focus equals no results. No results equals sadness, plus the dreaded doom scroll spiral. Your focus is only as good as the fuel you put into your machine. You need to stop treating your energy as an afterthought and start prioritizing your energy like a CEO prioritizes profit. Illegal hack number 6. Prioritize your energy like a CEO. The most successful people manage their state before they manage their schedule. The sleep firewall. Protect your sleep like it's your crypto wallet or your most valuable asset. Because it is. Sleep is when your brain literally cleans out the metabolic waste from the day and consolidates learning. Mess with it, and you're showing up to work running on a defragmented hard drive. No hack, trigger, or system can defeat chronic sleep deprivation. Commit to your 7 to 9 hours like it's a non-negotiable meeting with yourself. The daily movement upgrade. Sitting is the enemy of energy. Move your body daily. Even 10 minutes of brisk walking, climbing stairs, or a quick bodyweight circuit is an energy upgrade, not an energy drain. Movement sends oxygen to the brain and helps regulate your mood. The idea that you're too tired to exercise is a lie your brain tells you. You're too tired because you haven't exercised. The brain dump ritual. Every night before you close your day, dump your brain. Journaling, making a next day to-do list, or even therapy sometimes. Get the swirling thoughts, anxieties, and lingering tasks out of your head and onto a page. This clears the mental energy backlog, allowing you to actually shut off and achieve restorative sleep, rather than lying awake planning tomorrow. Eat cleanish =, think cleanish. Your brain runs on glucose. What you eat directly affects your focus and mental stamina. You don't have to be a monk, but if your diet is a roller coaster of refined sugar and processed carbs, your focus will be too. Stable, cleanish energy from whole foods creates stable, cleanish focus. Illegal hack number 7. Quit multitasking, it's fake. Finally, to conserve and focus the energy you've cultivated, you must kill the myth of multitasking. Multitasking is just a fancy word for, let me suck at 5 things at once. It forces your brain to constantly pay that switching cost we talked about, bleeding your focus dry. The solution is to dramatically reduce the number of choices you have to make throughout the day. This removes the dreaded decision fatigue and saves your mental energy for the actual work. Theme your days. Dedicate entire days to a single type of activity. Monday =, study only strategic planning. Tuesday =, writing stuff creation mode. Wednesday =, edit mode review and feedback. Thursday =, meetings and admin clear the inbox. Friday =, chill catch up big picture thinking. By implementing this, you're not asking yourself, what do I feel like doing today? You already know what today is for. When you sit down on a Tuesday, your brain is already primed for creation, not administration. This is how bosses move. They build a predictable structure that makes deep, focused work the absolute default. You are not lazy. You are just unarmed. If you feel scattered, tired, or unmotivated, it's not because you're broken. It's because you've been using tools and systems that were never designed for how your highly complex brain actually works. But now you have the cheat codes. If you actually use them, you won't just be productive, you'll be so effective that you'll scare people with your results. You'll be cheating at life, legally.